BlockQuake is a global exchange that provides traders with multiple fiat currencies paired with multiple base cryptocurrencies. And then to explain more about what's going on with BlockQuake and what the future holds is CEO Antonio Brasse. So great to see you again.
Hey, yeah, it's great to see you, Jane. On Zoom call versus in person.
And so, Antonio, it's been a few months since we've talked. So give me an update on where BlockQuake is right now.
Sure, yeah, we're kind of in the process of going through final integrations and testing. We're really hoping to launch before the summer is out. Pushing really hard to finally make that happen. It's been a long journey. Yeah, it's really like every day is busy testing, being on the phone with vendors, video calls, you name it. Just going through that, and of course, as a startup, still capital raise. So kind of those are the two things.
Yeah. Now, I want to talk to you about the partners you mentioned, but just real quick, kind of explain the pandemic and has that accelerated your business, slowed it down, both? What kind of impact is that?
We learned how remote our capabilities really work. We were always built remote from the beginning. I don't think we ever looked at it that way, just because we like to meet in person as a team. Most of us are in New York. We have team members in other parts of the country or other parts of the world. But yeah, we really found out like, hey, we can function just as efficiently remotely. And one of the things that really helped us is that through the pandemic, we actually saw higher volatility, which meant more trading volume in the crypto space. So that is a great thing for us to point to investors or to anyone that we talk to that, hey, the market's actually picking up despite the pandemic. Almost feels recession proof.
Interesting. Okay, you mentioned partners. So let's go through these. Prime Trust, Fireblocks, and Secure Digital Markets. Do you want to tackle each one separately and kind of explain from a strategic point of view how that helps BlockQuake?
Yes, so Prime Trust is both our banking and our KYC partners. So they are providing full KYC on our trading platform. Our perspective is that that's ultimately going to be required by any and all regulators. So we're just doing it now. And they're also going to be our banking partner as far as custodying the 6 fiats that we have: USD, Canadian, Euro, Pound, Australian, and Japanese yen.
Right.
And they're also, through them, we're able to provide credit and debit cards to over 140 countries. So we do plan on marketing to the emerging markets and other countries outside of the US. Through Prime Trust, our users actually get an FDIC insured account as well. So that'll be a big thing in emerging markets where the political or economic climate may not be as stable as the U.S.
Okay, and then also Fireblocks.
Yeah, so Fireblocks is making a lot of news lately. They're institutional grade, Fidelity backed. Fidelity is a part owner in Fireblocks, and they are providing our wallet infrastructure, hot wallet solution, and essentially what they do via MPC technology is considered the most secure wallet solution out there right now. So we just, us wanting to cover security as well as regulatory compliance matters, it just made sense to partner with one of the vendors in the space that really has a good handle on it.
Mm-hmm. And then Secure Digital Markets, that's a liquidity issue?
Yep. So when you talk about a new exchange launching, such as ourselves, you find with many crypto exchanges, liquidity is a major issue, and we wanted to tackle that out the gate. So Secure Digital Markets is a global liquidity provider out of Toronto, Canada, and they actually work with many of the other top global liquidity providers to aggregate. So out the gate when we launch, we're going to be able to provide best pricing, best execution, best liquidity, and compete with the top exchanges. So even though we'll be brand new, you could actually come to us and do $1 million trade if you wanted to immediately.
Now, Antonio, we've talked a few times, but for somebody maybe that's seeing an interview with you for the first time, just give an overview of what BlockQuake does, because I know you're involved in a lot of different asset classes, and how can somebody use BlockQuake?
Sure. So, we will have over 100 pairings when we launch. We'll have a lot of the top cryptos, your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, XLM, some of the top stable coins like Tether, True USD, and those crypto or stablecoin assets will be paired against the 6 fiats that we have. So customers will be able to come on board with their local currency in one of those 6 regions, and if not in one of those places, they can still use their credit or debit card to come in with their fiat, and then or their cash and buy cryptocurrency directly on our platform.
Now, I know you had been really involved with Washington, and as they kind of navigated this whole new area of digital currency and digital assets, has that been put on the back burner with the pandemic, or what's happening with that now?
Surprisingly, they are still talking about it, and more so with the pandemic and everyone looking towards cashless as a way to, like, be hands off or contactless with regular cash. There's talk across our government, other governments, about creating a digital currency for respective countries, and that actually sheds more light on the blockchain and cryptocurrency market. So that's a good thing. It brings more exposure. New York State, we're pursuing our BIT license, and that's progressing. There's back and forth with them, so they're still very engaged. We're not seeing people let off. I think people see cryptocurrency, digital assets, stable coins as a way to make things more efficient with money.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because all the e-commerce that we're doing, and even just in person, but still doesn't want to, even the farmer's market that I go to doesn't want to touch any money. So, it's definitely, there's a concern out there. Well, thank you, Antonio. It's great to have an update, and hopefully next time we can be back at the NASDAQ and when you actually launch, and we can talk about the launch.
Definitely. Thank you.
Great. Congratulations. I know you've worked really hard. So
thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. And thank you as well for joining us. We'll be right back.